Janice Smalls Combs, the mother of Sean Diddy Combs, recently took a stand in defense of her son as he grapples with a storm of serious allegations, including charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and multiple accusations of sexual assault. In a powerful and emotional statement shared with Page 6 through her attorney on Sunday, Janice expressed her deep sorrow at witnessing what she believes to be a profound injustice against her son. "It is heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies," Janice articulated, capturing the anguish of a mother who feels her child is facing a ruthless public trial before any legal determination has been made. The emotional weight of her statement is palpable as she reflects on the societal judgment that has enveloped Diddy, noting, "To bear witness to what seems to be a public lynching of my son before he has had the opportunity to prove his innocence is a pain too unbearable to put into words." Her sentiment resonates with those who feel that the court of public opinion can often overshadow the legal process, leading to premature conclusions based on incomplete information. Janice insisted that her son deserves the same rights as any other individual, specifically the right to a fair trial where he can present his side of the story and strive to prove his innocence. She reiterated, "Like every human being, my son deserves to have his day in court, to finally share his side, and to prove his innocence." This emphasis on due process highlights her belief in the fundamental principles of justice, which she feels are being undermined by the media frenzy surrounding her son's case. While expressing her support, Janice acknowledged that Diddy is not without flaws, recognizing that he has made mistakes in his past. "I am not here to portray my son as perfect because he is not. He has made mistakes in his past, as we all have," she admitted. This candid acknowledgement showcases her understanding that everyone is human and makes errors, but she also underlines that these mistakes should not define his current legal struggles. She directly referenced the surveillance footage from 2016, which depicted Diddy in a violent confrontation with his then-girlfriend Cassie, saying, "My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel's surveillance showed otherwise." This recognition of past behavior adds a layer of complexity to her defense, illustrating that while she does not seek to deny her son's past mistakes, she believes they should not be conflated with the current allegations against him. Janice delved deeper into the legal ramifications of Diddy's past and his decision to settle with Cassie out of court in November 2023. She suggested that the intricacies of truth can often become muddled, making it difficult for individuals to navigate the complicated narratives that surround them. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or is too complicated to be believed, she explained. This statement reflects her belief that Diddy's choice to settle may have stemmed from a desire to avoid further complications rather than an acknowledgement of guilt. Further emphasizing her perspective, Janice argued that the implications of his settlement have been misinterpreted by the public and the government, who may view it as an admission of wrongdoing. She articulated, "This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used this decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt." Here she connects the dots between the decision to settle and its fallout, suggesting that it has created a dangerous narrative that complicates Diddy's ability to defend himself against subsequent allegations. In her defense, Janice was adamant that merely being less than forthcoming about a specific incident does not equate to guilt regarding the serious charges currently being leveled against him. "Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him," she insisted. This assertion aims to dismantle the assumption that one misstep in honesty translates to a broader guilt, urging the public to consider the complexities of human behavior and legal situations. Janice also reflected on the broader societal issues at play, suggesting that many individuals wrongfully convicted of crimes were not guilty but were instead victims of societal biases. Many individuals who were wrongfully convicted and later exonerated had their freedom taken from them not because they were guilty of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what this society considers to be a good person, she stated. By bringing attention to this issue, Janice argues that Diddy, like others, may be judged based on his past actions rather than the current allegations, which can unfairly taint public perception. Additionally, Janice contended that the numerous allegations against her son are motivated by individuals looking to gain financially rather than seeking justice. She lamented, "Watching the world make jokes and laugh at my son's life crumbling before our eyes is something I can never forget." Her emotional anguish is evident as she critiques the public's reaction to her son's legal troubles, expressing her dismay at how quickly people have turned against him, seemingly without consideration for his side of the story. It is truly agonizing to watch the world turn against my son so quickly and easily over lies and misconceptions, without ever hearing his side or affording him the opportunity to present his side, she said, emphasizing the importance of listening to all perspectives before passing judgment. Janice further claimed that the recent allegations against Diddy are part of a trend in which individuals seek a quick payday after witnessing his previous settlement with Cassie. These individuals saw how quickly my son's civil legal team settled his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit, so they believe they can receive a quick payday by falsely accusing my son, she stated. This sentiment reinforces her belief that the motives behind the allegations may be less about justice and more about financial gain, which she argues detracts from legitimate claims of abuse. Furthermore, she expressed a poignant concern regarding how false allegations can hinder genuine victims of sexual violence from receiving the justice they deserve. False allegations of sexual assault thwart true victims of sexual violence from getting the justice they deserve. Janice remarked, drawing attention to the broader implications of the current situation. She posited that the sensationalism surrounding Diddy's case could overshadow the real struggles of those who have faced true violence, thereby complicating the discourse surrounding sexual assault allegations. In her closing statements, Janice asserted that the federal government is weaponizing what she refers to as lies against her son to further prosecute him. The federal government is using the lies against my son to prosecute him, she claimed, suggesting a broader narrative of systemic injustice that extends beyond her son's individual case. This statement reflects her perception that her son's situation is emblematic of larger issues in the legal system, particularly concerning how allegations can be leveraged against individuals in a highly publicized and sensationalized manner. In this complex and emotionally charged narrative, Janice Smalls Combs' defense of her son illustrates a mother's deep love and commitment to supporting her child in the face of overwhelming adversity. Her statement not only highlights the intricacies of Diddy's legal battles but also touches on broader societal issues regarding judgment, truth, and the legal system. Janice's heartfelt plea for empathy and understanding serves as a reminder of the human cost of such public scrutiny, urging the audience to consider the profound impact of their judgments in a case filled with uncertainty and controversy.